Pay close attention. This isn't something you see every day.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another video, and today I want to talk about the Masters of the Universe Vintage Collection Teela, Heroic Warrior Goddess. Now, here she is in the packaging. We have that exploding rocks with the electricity like we do with most of these packagings that we have. And then on the side, same thing. Then same thing here. The cool thing about this is this right here on the back. So if I can get it into frame, we have Teela here running, we have Beastman, we have Skeletor, we have Castle Grayskull, huge moon in the back, cool stuff. A little bit of a bio right here, and then some promotional pictures of Teela, and then right here another bit of a bio, so if you want to pause that you can. But this is iconic from the old comic, or just artwork from the actual packaging, from the actual figure from back in the day. So with that being said, let's get Teela out of this packaging and let's talk about her. All right, so now that we have Teela out of the packaging, here she is in all her glory. Now, from my understanding, this vintage collection has been put on pause because of the new movie figures that are coming out. A lot of people are having a hard time finding this Teela, from what I understand. I could be wrong, but that's from what I hear, and you know how that goes. You hear a lot of things, but the truth of the matter is that if this figure is hard to find and they put everything on pause, just relax. They'll reissue them out there and you'll be able to find them. Do not pay over prices on the third-party market for this figure. There's no reason to do so. Now, Mattel has given us this vintage character, which is cool because in two different ways. One, we have Teela with her snake armor, which was a vintage toy back in the day. Two, she also represents the Green Goddess the way she was in the original mini comics from back in the day as well. The Green Goddess and Teela are two different things. Teela are two different characters. And even though they were supposed to be two in one, if I'm not mistaken, don't jump all over me if I make the mistake, Skeletor did kind of like a Gargamel Smurfette type deal thing with the sorceress or whatever it was to create. But I went back and kind of looked, and Teela was there. Skeletor was just trying to steal her because he was a horny goat. So yeah, he like killed her unicorn horse, and He-Man had come to her rescue. But she had blonde hair, not red hair in the mini comics. Mini comics is what started everything with these figures because that's what gave us our storyline. And it's been a long time since I've actually went back and actually read the actual mini comics. But anyway, I digress. It's cool to see this figure and the way that they did it. Taking a look at the figure, you can see with the head sculpt, she kind of has that Barbie look. That's kind of the way the old figure looked. Now, I love the way they did the snake helmet here, or crest, whatever you want to call it. Beautiful, beautiful green eyes right there. Beautiful, absolutely just gorgeous the way that they did this, right? So, representative of Green Goddess, but also Snake Men, kind of, right? Down to her gold bands, her wrist bracers right here, all the way down to her actual uniform. Once again, we have the same thing like Evil-Lyn had with where one hip is kind of in and the other one's kind of out. Kind of disappointing. Musculature, the legs look phenomenal. Looks like she didn't miss leg day. And then down to her boots, the straps, everything. Even the back, she has the circles from her belt that go around, and then of course the rest. And then she has the fur up here. And then, of course, when you take this off, and it just pops right off, you have this kind of helmet-looking thing that she has on, which is cool. It's just a different type of look for her. But she has this kind of bucktooth-looking type of feature right here on her face. I mean, I understand that's the way they did the old toy, but yeah, whatever. I mean, it's cool. It's Teela. It's Teela. I'm not knocking it. I'm not beating down on it. I love the way they did the ram horns here on like her armor for like her brawl armor, so to speak. And then this comes down here. The paint job is done phenomenally. There's not a whole lot of paint slop on it. Very well done. But like I said, there's nothing really crazy. This seems kind of off the way they did it. Like it's more over to the right. Maybe that's just the way I'm looking at it. I could be wrong. But beautiful work. Anyways, let me stop rambling. And then we have our alternate head. I'm just going to go right into it. We have our alternate head, which is cool because that definitely gives you that cartoon look. Okay. Nice blue eyes. It kind of looks like she's looking up when you look off camera, but when you look on the camera, I don't know if it looks like the eyes are following you or not, but either way, still looks very, very well done. Very well done. And of course she has an open grasping hand and a closed hand, and the closed hand is of course for her staff. The only difference is once again, what's up with this? Why single joints, dude? Come on, man. Come on, man. Double joints. But I guess that's because they used Evil-Lyn's body or whatever the case is, because Evil-Lyn is just another depiction of Teela. At least it was supposed to be, and then it turned into Evil-Lyn. And yeah, I mean, and standing too. She still has that same issue as standing. Now, as far as putting the snake helmet on here, it's not going to go because of her ponytail up here at the top. It's not going to allow it to fit, which is a little bit of a shame because then you'd have, you know, two different looks. But that's okay. So with the warrior goddess here, Man-at-Arms' adopted daughter, the daughter of the sorceress, she comes with a couple things, like I said, the alternate head, and she comes with her shield. And this is cool. It's just a brass, copper looking shield. Nice etching in there. Very well done for the detail on it. And then just typical style on the back. Nothing too crazy. And she comes with a set of punching hands so she can punch. That's always good. And then of course we have her snake staff, which they did very nice, which I wish they would have made the eyes, they would have painted the eyes at least green or at least red. Did they paint them red? I don't know. I can't really see. No, they just, is that my imagination that I'm looking at and see it's like a little bit of a different color on the camera? Maybe it is. I don't know. I cannot tell. Love the cobra on it. And then going all the way down here, and it curves at the bottom. So that's a cool little staff. So you can actually have her with this in her hand. Everything fits. But that's what I'm saying. So you have her with her staff holding, and I guess she's just going to be on the shelf, right? She's just going to be sitting on the shelf holding her staff. Let's see, is that, yeah, that's low enough. She's going to be standing here. And then as far as the shield, I'm wondering if you could just slip it on. Nope, you're going to have to take this off. So you're just going to pop this off. Oh, it would have helped if I did it the right way. So yeah, if you, so you can probably just, oh, that's kind of tight, right? Maybe you don't have to pop it off. Maybe you don't even have to put it in there where she's holding it, because you can slide it in. Maybe her hand, there it goes. Oh, I thought I had her thumb over it. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit difficult getting that in there to get it on to where it's going to sit. Give me 1 second. Just give me a second. Okay, so yeah, it's easier if you pop the hand off and work that in there, and then just hold right here at the fingers and just pop it back in. Not a big deal. Looks good. Sits on her. Very nice representation of the old figure from back in the day. I can't say that it's not. I mean, it's just absolutely cool. If they would have just taken a little bit of time to fix a couple things, like with the feet, I mean, getting her to stand is a bit of a chore. Can I get her to? Yes. But otherwise, I mean, I like her. Minimal articulation. I guess it's, you know, pretty much at this point in time, we're just going to throw shit against the wall and see what sticks, pardon my expression. But at the end of the day, you have these vintage lines, you're going back to single jointed elbows, you know, there's no reason for it. At this point in time, they should be better. Or, you know, don't get me wrong, sculpt wise, you want it to look like the Barbie Teela from back in the day. That's all well and good. Paint wise, on the money. The body sculpt, everything is good except for this little area down here, which is, you know, a minor type of thing. Is she worth the money that you pay for her? Yeah. To add a vintage Teela to your shelf, where you get the choice between the fact of having Teela with the snake armor on or off, that is cool as well. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not banging on them, but where you have a painted jewel here, you could have had a painted jewel there. I mean, it's little things like that. It's not breaking the bank, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, I'm doing a review, you might as well point out the obvious, right? I'm not talking about the snake staff's eyes and stuff like that. It would have been cool if they were painted. They're not, and that's fine. And if they are, and I can't really tell, then that's on me, I guess, right? So whatever the case. But now, right, like you got the vintage Mer-Man, which so hard to find. The vintage Skeletor, so hard to find, I guess, because they put it all on pause. Who knows when those are going to come back out? We have the new movie coming out. That's going to be phenomenal. It looks great. I hope it is great. I hope it's not a bomb. I think that's what everybody's worried about, is it being a bomb. But I'm going to go watch it and enjoy it for what it is, regardless if it's the original Master of the Universe or close to it or not close to it, or they change this or change that. Whatever the case is, it looks phenomenal. And they're coming out with the 6-inch figures, so all of these 7 to 8-inch figures that we have, hey man, that collection is still yours, still there if you have it. Just we're gonna now have 6-inch figures. The Mondo ones, I can't wait. Can't wait. Got He-Man and Skeletor on pre-order. Can't wait for those to come. I'm rambling. I do apologize. Let me stop. But as far as this figure being added in, if you don't have a Teela and you can get your hands on one, this is the best looking one in my opinion from Revelations or Masterverse. I think this is the better looking one, even though she has that Barbie looking face. But that's okay, because that's exactly what she looked like back in the day. Fabulous job. Now let's get into some comparisons and see how she compares to a couple other figures. All right, so here's how she compares to New Eternia's Evil-Lyn. And I just want to show this off really fast here. And as if you take a look at Evil-Lyn's armor and Teela's, yeah, they're a little bit different, but kind of the same. The wrists, the armbands, the wrists, you know, the armor on the wrists are pretty much the same, just one's gold, the other one's silver. Hands are the same, just different skin tone. Body, Evil-Lyn has her little thing going across the front here with the skulls, which is nice. And of course she has this skeleton here. But most of all, it's still the same. It's still all the same body use and single jointed elbows, which is a shame. But cool looking figures. That's, you know, when it comes down to it. Now, like I said, exact representation of Teela. That's what Evil-Lyn was supposed to be. And so there you go. Now, next I have the Club Grayskull. I'll put him on this side. Man-at-Arms. And I've had this guy for, God, a long time. This guy's running quite expensive now on the third-party market trying to find him. But this is the Club Grayskull version of Man-at-Arms. Awesome. So there you go. Now I have father and daughter, and I can have her however I want. So really cool. And she still fits in perfect with him as well. Guys, I'm not trying to be a certain way or to pick or knock on Mattel or anything that they're doing, but hopefully this new line that's coming out with the movie version, okay, has better articulation and is very well done. Now I've seen some of it and it looks good. It looks good. So hope and pray that we get something good. you know, that's gonna inspire new generations of kids to actually go, yeah. Because like us adults who were kids back in the day, this was a really cool lore to where you'd read the comic books. Yes, the cartoon came out after the figures did, but still, the imagination it gave us to start with our own world and our own playtime with these figures, and just igniting the imagination alone was a great thing that Mattel put out there. And nostalgic to all Master of the Universe fans. I could be wrong. I'm just talking about from my perspective. You know, if you had Castle Grayskull and Snake Mountain, you could, whatever the case. And I know in the mini comics, Castle Grayskull was neutral. Didn't matter. As long as you had the two halves of the power sword, you were able to get in it. And Skeletor was in that thing quite a bit. And did they capture Teela? And Beastman was carrying her and all that stuff? Absolutely. There's a little bit more that I forget, but I digress. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review of the Masters of the Universe Vintage Collection Teela Heroic Warrior Goddess. So guys, please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment down below. Always hit the notification bell so you never miss out on anything new. And I hope you guys enjoy the new movie when it comes out. Hope you enjoy the new figures. Hopefully I get my hands on a couple of them so I can do some reviews. Yeah. And I know some people asked, so I'm going to throw it out here. If you stayed to the end of the video, which hopefully you did. If you didn't, that's fine. But Mantenna, I managed to get them, find them, get them. I said if I found them, I'd pick them up. I did. A lot of people asked me that when I did my Anti-Attorney He-Man review. So he will be coming soon. So keep your eyes out for that one. I'll catch you on the flippity flip.